Last spring on the show, we discussed Lily Allen's assertion that children ruined her career. And my own feelings about that topic caught me by surprise. Take a look.
This story makes me emotional, and I didn't think it would. I have 2 kids. They're 5 and 2. And I've been angry for a lot of the last 5 years. And it's almost embarrassing to say that, because I think it's such a cultural taboo for women not to admit that motherhood is anything but glorious.
Well, the response to that clip was overwhelming. So many of you reached out on social media saying that you felt similarly and you wanted more honest conversations about motherhood. So that's what we've been working on, a 5-part digital series all about the challenging realities of motherhood that often go unspoken.
All right, friends, here we go.
She's like, call me when you need me. I was like, I need you at 4 a.m. when I have 2 screaming babies and I don't know what to do.
We ended up going through IVF. The hardest part of this was like the isolation. You feel like you're broken.
And I know I yell all the time. And my kids have told me more than once, you're scaring me, because I yell so much.
I wear oversized clothing. I refuse to buy new clothes that fit this new body that I'm in. I feel like I'm a prop to my kids.
I found some inappropriate texts in my daughter's dad's phone. And this was within 3 months of having her.
And I said to him, I understand you can get desensitized by your job, but this was not just a stillbirth. This was a daughter to me.
I'm living in absolute chaos every single day of my life, and no one understands that.
Here to tell us more about the series are 2 of the Momlife Crisis panelists who joined Kate, Victoria Marval, and Sabrina Kumar Ceccarelli. Welcome to the show. So important. So, Victoria, you actually reached out to the show after seeing the clip of Kate online. So what prompted you to do that?
So I was at home, working from home that day, and I reached out to my phone and I saw the clip and I was like, oh my God, I feel exactly the same way that Kate is describing. So it resonated so much with me that I was like, okay, I need to reach out to her and tell her that I'm like feeling like her and she's feeling like me. So I did, and after I talked to her, I told her, even if I don't make it to the project that you're working on, I'm going to watch whatever you're doing and I'm going to cry with you.
Wow. I mean, it's so important, the conversations. Kate, how did you decide for the series what kinds of themes you wanted to discuss?
Well, we kind of ran the gamut. So there are 5 parts, all available on YouTube. And each episode is a conversation about a different aspect of motherhood. So how motherhood impacts identity, your career, your friendships, your relationships, your sex lives. And, you know, the women were rock stars. They're all everyday Canadian women who all feel really similarly, but have different motherhood experiences. Some wanted kids, some didn't. Some accidentally got pregnant. Some had to go through years and years of IVF. So there's a range of experiences. I like to describe it as mom group therapy, but with no therapist and lots of cameras.
Okay, so Sabrina, you are a mother of 3 kids under 7. You're also a lawyer. And one of the things you feel really strongly about is the corporate world, and the idea of parental leave is flawed. How so?
So I've taken 4 parental leaves, and every time I've come back, I've experienced the same kind of awkwardness. And I think when you take a step back, parental leave, like, we're all replaceable in the corporate world, but it's a live demonstration that the company can go on without you and be just fine. Yeah. So when you come back, you feel devalued because you know you're replaceable. And oftentimes people around you may act differently towards you. And that's tough. I have learned, and I would encourage women to remember that they should be fearless, because the things that gave them success are still within them, and in fact enriched by motherhood. I've also been in situations where I've been in corporate boardrooms where we've been looking at spreadsheets of PTO or vacation usage, and I've seen that, oh, someone's commented rather innocently, oh, mothers are using the most PTO and vacation.
Oh my God, that's not innocent.
I will say, like, if holding your children's head back over a bucket is your idea of vacation, let's remember, perception and reality are 2 very different things.
Victoria, you and I talked a lot about anger in the series. We felt like we were ill-prepared for what motherhood would actually look like. What do you think you were least prepared for?
There were a lot of things that I was not prepared for. And the first one, I think that the hardest one was to go through IVF. like nobody prepares you to like know that your body is not going to respond the way that you think that it should be. So that was my first taste of what it's going to be like. Oh my God, this is not going good. And then the early days of motherhood, like when your baby's crying, you're like by yourself. I'm coming from another country and I don't have a village, so everything it's all by myself. So those are the things that I think that are the most, and especially if you complain, because in my case, I did complain because I was like tired, and my mom was with me, and she said, I remember that she said, why are you complaining? You wanted this.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that.
And I started thinking, maybe I shouldn't complain, right? Like, yeah, because I wanted this baby. And yeah, I just want women to know that, no, you can complain. You are in your right to complain. It's natural. It's fine.
Yes.
Kate,
yes.
What's your hope for this series and what it accomplishes?
I just hope women feel seen. If you're a mom and you feel angry, you feel bored, you feel like this isn't what you expected or wanted, maybe you have regret. That's okay. So I want people to feel seen in this series. Yeah. And, you know, this isn't something to trivialize. The US Surgeon General recently declared parental mental health an urgent public health crisis. And in the document, he said one of the ways we can overcome this is by having parents openly chat about how they're actually feeling to remove some of the shame. So I hope this series plays some role in doing that.
I think that's so important. I want to ask both of you, was there a moment in this series that really resonated with or sticks with you? Sabrina, I'll start with you.
So many moments, but one that really stuck with me was this fellow mom, Charla, who talked about a friendship she had struck up when she was going through IVF with a fellow mom going through IVF. And she talked about when one of them would have success, how the other would say, I'm really happy for you, but I got to take a step back from this friendship and protect myself. And I think there's so many moms who have been in the situation of desperately wanting a baby, and it feels like every person in the world is pregnant, and it's a very specific type of heartache you feel in that moment. And I just thought it was so elegant and mature, the way she named her pain and just was open about it. And I hope we can all kind of take that away.
Yeah. Victoria, how about you?
For me, it was actually a moment with Sabrina. She was talking about her third pregnancy and how she felt the health system failed her. And for me, that was, I mean, I felt the whole story like it was something that I was going through, and it's so powerful. You have to see the whole story in the series. It's amazing.
Good. You guys are wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this series. You can stream all 5 episodes of Momlife Crisis right now on the Socials YouTube page, or if you're more the listening type, you can listen to all 5 episodes wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.